the leaders.
Yeah, they want to rely on a system that has institutional quality analysts building algorithms that are looking to sift through the whole universe of traders out there, identify talent, make sure that the talent has gone through some sort of program where they have been incubated, been watched, been kind of due diligenced, and then make those accounts available to investors. And I must tell you, I've just come back from Kiev, where our main office is, and we now got 24 staff members in Psyquation. We're a team with talented data scientists. We're not a one or two man show. We're a company that we've got a large number of accounts connected to our ecosystem, updating every few minutes, and we've got one of the largest research databases out there in the retail FX space, and so that's enabled our data scientists to push ahead and do more.
So when I was back in Bangkok about 2-3 months ago, you did actually mention something about the score systems.
Yes.
Whenever someone who actually reached a point of 65%, then they are sort of qualified, isn't it?
Correct.
65 or 70%.
So there's two streams. If you've got a year track record and you've got 65, you qualify. Okay.
Yeah.
If you got 6 month track record and you got a score of 75 out of 100, so 75%, you will qualify.
So it used to be 75. Now it actually lowered down.
Well, we've added two components.
Right.
We've added two streams because I feel somebody who's demonstrated longevity in the market, it's really hard to get a score of 65 anyway. And to get it over a year, I feel those are people who I think are worth being interested in as traders.
Oh, by the way, I've got an account in Psyquation. Did you look at my score?
When we take a break,
I'm on 69.
Okay.
Yeah. So where's the money?
Well, I'm on 73. So we can have a little bit of a competition amongst ourselves here.
So not doesn't mean that everyone got 65 or above would get the fundings, or
they would. They if you meet the criteria, you get funded.
So it's a matter of if I ask for it, you give me some money.
Correct. So
where's the money?
What's today? It's coming tomorrow. It will.
In fact, you sent me an email actually. Yes. You sent me an email 2-3 months ago. Michael Berman. As a mail shot, I presume. Is it about
Yeah. Well, so we've got an automated. If your account meets the criteria, there's an automated email that will send you, Ken, welcome to the incubation program, etc., etc. There are a lot of people who, I think the number offhand, 34 people have come through our program already. In 1 year. We've had a 1 year, and not everyone has made, we've had accounts that have blown up, which is natural. Not everyone is going to, but the pot of money that we've invested with those 35 traders is profitable over a year, which I'm happy. That's purely using our Psyquation
score as a filter. So basically when they get the money from Psyquation, then so the profit if they're making, you're going to share amounts with...
Yes, so that's where Psyquation and they make money. Basically, the trader makes 20% of the profits is theirs, and Psyquation takes 10% of the profits. So
half on that particular.
Well, so whatever profits are made, 20% go to the trader and 10% goes to Psyquation. So
what about the rest of the 70%?
The investor. We've got investors who provide the capital. So
I got you. So basically they get extra money goes into the accounts.
Correct.
But that particular portion of money, whenever they win, 20% go to the traders. Correct. And 10% go to Psyquation.
Correct.
For administrations.
Yeah.
And the 70% is go to the investors.
The investor. Correct. So the good thing from their point of view, from a trader's point of view, is you got no risk of it's not, if you lose money, it's not your money that you lose in, it's the investor's money you lose in. But of course, if you lose too much, you'll get kicked out the program.
I reckon those traders will be sort of regulated by one thing, is in Chinese we call it phase. If they got a good score, they want to maintain a good score. They want something like
absolutely.
It's the reference. It's
of
a
course.
CV basically. Yeah.
Of course, and that's one of the things you'll see. One of the tools we're releasing on the platform in the next. It will probably be. I would imagine in the first month of the new year is a fact sheet generator, we call it. So a lot of people pay a lot of money to third-party administrators to prepare a nice fancy fact sheet of their performance track record, etc., etc. Psyquation user will get that as part of their, just by using it, there'll be a button you can check these boxes, click create, and a PDF will be created, which will make like a nice marketing document for you as a trader. And if I can just add, we've got a few very exciting tools coming for our trading community. So we recently
something new, add on.
Absolutely. So here's my take on what I'm trying to do. I know that there's no holy grail in trading, so I'm not going to say to you, here's an EA, follow it, you'll become a multi-millionaire and all that kind of stuff. But I do know, and I've been in the market and I've made money in the markets, and I see other traders who we've invested with who are consistent money makers. So what I'm trying to do is, we've got a team of data scientists, really experts in the field. We got the advantage of an infrastructure. We're a business that is well capitalized, so we can spend money on infrastructure and build very, very strong institutional quality tools, and we're making those tools available to traders. So it will be stuff that will, for instance, help you identify volatility regime shifts. In other words, market might be trending for a long period of time, but are there telltale signs when that trend is likely to end? Or can one expect a volatility kind of breakout and all this kind of stuff? There's a lot of stuff done around probability statistics. So we're building these tools, a lot already out there. We make available, you can go onto our site and you can actually see the market book of more than 20, it's now around 30,000 accounts. You can actually see where the market is positioned, those 30,000 accounts, where are they positioned on euro dollar, on Kiwi, Aussie, or all those different currency pairs. But we've got one difference which no one out there in the marketplace is doing it, is we're able to segment the order flow. So it's called OFSI, order flow sentiment indicator. But what it's able to do is, Ken, you might say, look, I'm only interested in following what people with a score above 60 or 65.
So they can actually choose from the
you're
list.
Correct. So you can segment, you can just tick a box. And
so I'm just like, I'm not a trader. I'm just like, I know how to use systems.
Yes.
I just want to I can't say copy trade. It's like relying on someone to trade for me.
Yes.
So those are the people who got incubated, so they can actually select, okay, here's the list of top traders.
They can do that, and what's more, they might, a lot of people like to get an indication of what's happening in the market, like who's long euro dollar, who's like specifics of a symbol. So you can go into that particular instrument and see how many people are long, how many people are short, how many lots are they long. You can go into quite a lot of detail, but you can segment further. You can say, I only want to listen to somebody who's profitable. So somebody who's not profitable after 6 months, not so interested. Or you might say, I don't want to follow anyone who's got a drawdown bigger than 40%.
So basically it's like they can actually run reports based on the level of the traders.
Correct.
And then the level of the drawdowns. Okay. Correct. So this is the first criteria. And then
exactly right.
Then it's actually come out, okay, out of that, the selected traders, you got 30 of them are long, but 70 of them are short.
Correct.
So who can actually get into that part and look at the systems?
Anyone. You just go under trading tools.
Anyone can actually look at.
Yeah.
Has this started already?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
Take a look. And I mean, we really been, I want to say I'm embarrassed, but such is life, that we haven't done a great job in making known all these trading tools. So for instance, there's another one, there are a few interesting, there are currently 3 trading tools that are on the platform for you right now, but we will release, I know because on our staging environment, we've got a couple of extra trading interesting ones, stuff that's pretty unique and new to the industry, but will help you as a trader, are being tested at the moment. It's the time of the year where things are slowing down a bit, but you know, within, I'd say by mid-January, you'll see at least 2 new trading tools come on, and we're hoping to every couple of weeks to add some more tools, and this will be really cool stuff for you as a trader, anyone who's looking for that edge. Like, everyone needs to find as much extra information or skills out there.
So anyone who actually got a Psyquation account,
yes,
apart from like working out the score, at the same time, they can look at the report which you just mentioned.
Yes, correct.
So they can look at.
Correct. So there's a premium version. Like if you want to go into, if you want more updates, depending on the frequency, then it could be a small sum of money per month, but it's freely available for everyone. Just the degree of frequency of updates is there's a premium version, and some brokers give it to their clients for free. So if you're a client of a particular broker,
it's quite useful information actually.
I'd like to think so. So this is you know, decades worth of collective work of experienced money managers putting their efforts into building tools now that are going to be, you know, really useful for traders.
So the application, apart from Psyquation, apart from incubating traders, okay, because they can look at a score, they can look at the trading behavior.
Yeah.
2 is for investors.
Yeah.
They can actually follow the leaderboard, the lead traders.
Yeah.
3 is for some traders, they can actually look at, can we say that market sentiment?
Sure.
That's a market sentiment, basically.
It is. It
of
is.
How many people are longing euro, how many people are shorting euro.
Absolutely. And there's a lot, and we've made it available as an EA in MT4 as well. So you can look at it either on the Psyquation website in a nice. So here you can see, we call it OFSI, you know, order flow sentiment indicator, which is, as you correctly said, it's a market sentiment indicator.
So basically, anyone got an account with Psyquations, like I'm talking about the traders account.
Yes,
Okay, they can look at it. Depends on the level of the account as well.
Correct. Yeah? Anyone with a Psyquation account, trader or investor, can look at it, and you just click here. I've just shown you under where the community there. You see trading tools. Click on trading tools, and you've got this choice here. We're offering you. There's a couple of neat things here. You can see 4 tools at the moment, but just to stick with this particular one here, you can see the number of traders. So let's look at euro dollar. You can see that there are 7,330 traders.
Actually longing.
Yeah. Well, of this, there are 7,000 in this batch. 7,000.
But this is before the filtering.
Before the filtering. So here comes the filtering.
So if you show me like, okay, I want to look at only the top traders, what do they do?
So let's take a look and see if somebody. We only want to see people with a Psyquation score of, let's say, above 60. I'm just going to do that. We'll take a look. We're looking at euro dollar. Yeah, we focused on at the moment, and
the result will be different too.
So now there's only 3,400 traders with a score above 60. So it's filtered that out.
What about if I look at like only with people who score above 73?
Okay, well
then I can actually work out a difference.
Yes, I'll just actually put in 73 specifically, and let's see how that affects things. Okay, now we're down to 957.
So is that more people are longing?
Yeah. So there's 60% long. Oh, well, sorry, it's no. There's more. 53% are short euro dollar.
It's actually different to the report which we actually run just now.
Yeah, correct. So you can actually, if you like to look at it in a chart, you can actually.
So it wasn't exist the time when we were in Bangkok, was it?
It was
really?
there.
Is
it
there?
Was
really?
there. Okay. I didn't make a big thing of it. Maybe I should have.
So this is quite interesting. It's market sentiment on top traders.
It's terrific because there's correct. There are players out there that are producing these kind of. There are other brokers putting out some sentiment indicators, but a lot of them they just take a whole bunch of people and they put them together and they say.
But you cannot filter it.
They haven't filtered because they haven't looked at what's the P&L of that actual trader. Who are they?
Yeah.
Like,
I got you.
So it's just like a big mess. So here what I've done differently to the table, I've looked at the OFSI indicator and I've looked at it on a chart, and I can just see how people go short, long, and we're in the process of working a bunch of different strategies. We've come up with one strategy which we've put on our blog where we are profitable using this as an indicator, and
at least we know that if the top trader is doing this, you try not to do the opposite way, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, correct. So, and it's updating every 15 minutes, and if you wanted, you could get even more frequent updates. But there's a lot coming out there. I have to share with you one extra, the probably thing I'm the most excited about because is we've just built an Android and iPhone app for Psyquation, and it's actually on. I haven't announced it yet, so this is the first. Right? This is the first. So you got a first, yeah. It's out there. I'm going to make an announcement to our mailing list next week, just telling them it's been a bit buggy. We're busy over this time of the year. It's a bit tricky.
But we can still use it off the computer instead of using the app.
You can use that, absolutely. You can use. But I'm just to show you that I'm not lying. You can see my Psyquation app there, and there, baby. You can see all my accounts in there, and it's really neat because one of the things that I really realized when I spoke in Bangkok is how many people were using the Psyquation web app on their smartphones. Like, so people coming up to me after my talk and they were showing me their performance on their iPhone or their Android, and it was really built. Although they could do it, it was really built as a web app and for a desktop or a laptop. So now you can do it on a. So
what's happened for people? Okay, for investor point of view.
Yeah.
If they want to, if they sort of take it as a kind of take that as asset management product. Yeah. How do they go by?
So, what we've done. So there's a whole bunch of regulatory hurdles one has to get around these days, because things like the way they were done in the past is not necessarily in the best interests of the retail investor.
Yeah.
So we've stayed very far away from doing things the way things have been done in the past. We want to do it in a nice, professional, highly regulated way. So what the structure we've come up with for now is a CFD, where we create a CFD around. Let's just take you as an example. Let's say you're a pro trader who's passed through our ranks. We've incubated you. We believe in you. We think you're great. You've got a high score. So we create a CFD over your trading performance, and investors just buy the CFD. So you can go on your phone, and technically speaking, and your MT4, and you'll see Ken on
so you just select
the Ken CFD.
You want to work on like high risk, medium risk, and low risk.
That type of thing. What we've also built is, and it's built, and but it's not. It hasn't been baked into a nice looking web interface. We've got another, like, let's say a more like test phase interface where we provide you with really sophisticated portfolio builders. So using the classic models from mean variance optimization to risk parity type models to Black Liderman, all these sophisticated institutional ways of blending a portfolio of traders together. We provide you with those tools, which is, you know, a labor of many years on our side and highly specialized. We've containerized it. It's very simple for you.
Let's focus on some like a more, because I know that you're coming back on the 22nd of Jan, when you come back, so would you remind us sort of like share with us and the latest features again?
Absolutely. I think that'll be great because I'll be coming with my partner, so we'll be
so we can,
the two co-founders, the two co-founders, and we will talk you through. We'll show you. We'll actually walk you through all the new features because there'll be a lot more new features by that time.
So it's quite straightforward system. You don't need a PhD to operate.
No, that's the whole idea. Let us do, you know that saying, don't worry, I'm a doctor. Let us do the hard work for you. But I'm not asking for people to believe blindly in our system because it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a scheme, or this is a platform that's designed to help you. It doesn't matter if you're a brilliant trader. You can be an institutional trader with 50 years experience. You can still get value out of the system, or you could be a novice and you just need some prompting when you're doing things wrong and when you're doing things right. We've got a bunch of new alerts, and I'll let Vlad talk to that when we talk to you in a couple of weeks' time, where we don't want to just tell you when you're doing things badly. Sometimes you can be doing everything right and you could be losing money. It's just the nature of statistics. So you could be on the wrong side of a bad run, and it's good to know that you're actually doing things right so that you stick with it, because it's so easy. I see it all the time. People have built these fancy systems, and then what happens is they go through a losing period. Losing is natural when you're a trader. It's just part of being a trader.
Yeah, of course.
And it's the unnatural losses or the unexpected losses that are the worrying ones. But you got to learn to trust your system, and it's just human nature. You start to doubt, even when you've spent years building something and you've got lots of expertise. You will still doubt it at periods of time. So we want to just give you kind of like a tick. Ken, you're doing good, you know.
So only one more day to 2019.
Yes.
Okay. So we sort of like, you know, let our traders to know that, you know, the system is there. Okay. Have a fresh start in 2019.
Yeah.
And look forward to see you in Jan again. Yeah. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks,
Ken.
man.
Thanks for the
Thank you.
Cheers.